I didn't realize you. Over the past 4 years, 21 million people poured into the United States. Many of them were murderers, human traffickers, gang members, and other criminals from the streets of dangerous cities all throughout the world. Because of Joe Biden's insane and very dangerous open border policies, they are now strongly embedded in our country, but we are getting them out and getting them out fast.
I definitely think that he's been using some of these cases for political wins. And I think that in some ways that, a lot of the exaggeration is just political rhetoric, and that it's really important to separate that out from what's actually going on in the courtroom, because there may be differences there. And, it's not to say that the political rhetoric isn't important and meaningful on its own, but it's important to distinguish what's actually going on in the courtrooms versus what he's saying is going on in these public statements.
He is an illegal alien from El Salvador, and he will not be living in our country much longer. He's in custody this morning. One of the top leaders right here near our nation's capital.
This so-called administration error has destroyed my family's happiness, my children's innocence. Kilmar, if you can hear me, I'm still fighting for you.
What the reality is and what the facts are behind any of these cases is a little bit hard to know at this phase. I mean, even if things have been dropped, you don't know exactly why or what, representations are true or not true. But that said, I think you do have top leadership in the Department of Justice that is, much more beholden to a political agenda than we have had before. And we've seen that in other contexts. And so it doesn't seem surprising that, rather than follow the Department of Justice norms and policy, which is to, be careful about our facts and, make representations that have a strong basis in both law and fact, that you might have more freewheeling statements are being made and cases are being made without, the kind of research that you might have otherwise thought, because there are political norms surrounding these sorts of things rather than the legal norms that have generally governed the Department of Justice.
Press, we gotta go back.
First of all, do not come to our country illegally. You will be removed and you will be prosecuted. But know that this facility is one of the tools in our toolkit that we will use if you commit crimes against the American people.
Right now, we have a Justice Department that is more concerned about winning in the court of public opinion than they are about winning in the court of law. And, I like to think of it kind of like a drama, a courtroom drama, where you've seen the lawyer that is playing by the rules, who's trying to convince a judge and a jury of the facts and the law in front of them on the one hand. And then you've got the attorney on the other hand, who's just playing to the crowd.
This is a new DOJ, and we are taking steps to protect Americans, American citizens, and angel moms, like the mom standing right behind me.
Prior to this administration, we had the Justice Department who were concerned about the lawyers like to call them extrajudicial statements, right? Where you don't want to compromise your ongoing investigation. You don't want to impose on the civil liberties of the accused. So you just keep your comments restricted to the courtroom, and you speak through your filings. These people don't do that. They are more concerned about the court of public opinion, and believing that once these cases make their way to the Supreme Court, that the conservative majority will ultimately have their back.